On the show this week, we have Ajay Dua, former Commerce Secretary.
After a while, the regional parties would also realize that they can get elected only if they deliver.
In news, Matt Kuchar wins the Players' Championship, Ricardo Santos wins Madeira Islands Open, and Arjun Athwal finishes tied 21st at Wells Fargo Championship.
Good swing. Hey, that's a lovely hit. Good ball.
Good?
Good, very good.
Welcome
Come.
to the show, Mr. Dua. Good to have you.
Hi, Shani.
It's been
How
a
are
while.
you?
It's so
Yes.
nice to catch up with you. I'm sure golf is something that you're getting plenty of time for, less and
Indeed.
less for the economy. But you must be spending some time reading and gauging what the hell is going on in India today.
Pretty interesting stuff going on. Once in a while, of course, apart from reading, I do keep writing about it as well.
Indeed, so I've been reading up some of your stuff. So tell me, are you worried today about India's growth and the dwindling number of GDP?
I think we're performing much below our potential. We have the capacity, we have the basic fundamentals of the economy which are still intact, yet somehow or the other we're not any longer delivering what we are capable of. I think there are issues which we need to address. The first one is, how do we step up the investment rate? Suddenly we find that the investment, which was in the region of 34 to 35% of the GDP, is now down by at least 8 to 10%.
The investment in the country has gone down.
Absolutely.
But that's conscious, isn't it? Private sector said, I'm not going to invest. Look at the global crisis. Look at the state of the Indian economy. Look at the political situation.
Absolutely.
I want to put a hold.
See, absolutely. This is what I'm getting at. I'm saying that the GDP growth is a function of the investment. If you do not invest, whether it's an Indian investor or a foreign investor in India, it is bound to reflect itself in terms of slower rate of growth.
Right.
One of the reasons earlier was that the Reserve Bank kept on increasing the interest rates in the country. Now they put a halt to it, in fact reversed it by 500 basis or 50 basis points.
Right, indeed.
But the question is, even if the Reserve Bank keeps on bringing down the interest rates, it does not automatically mean investment rate would go up. We need to bring in alongside a number of structural reforms in the economy. Only if we do that, then would lower interest rates reflect themselves in terms of higher investment and a higher GDP
Before you
growth.
unleash all those thoughts on reforms,
Another shot.
Let's take another shot.
Absolutely. Hey, you've hit a good ball. It'll go up to the pin.
So at the end of the day, getting close to the pin is the target.
Absolutely.
Putting the economy back on track.
Exactly. And you're doing a good job with both the shots. Hit.
Mr. Dua, you just started off the subject of reform, and let's get down to it. Pick 3 reforms that you think will be the ones that we need right now. And you are somebody who's been in the Commerce Ministry. You know that FDI and retail has serious bottlenecks from a political consensus point of view. Is that one of those 3 reforms?
Yes, but perhaps not the most important one.
Okay.
I would think what's required first are a full slew of financial reforms. We need to get our economy moving, and for economy to move, we need to have much more investment coming in where we need it and where the world thinks we are a good place to invest in.
So what are those 3 places?
Banking, insurance, pension funds. Now that our economy in the course of last 6 years has probably doubled up in size, we need to do much more if we have to move at the same pace as we did earlier. As you know, our GDP did double up in 6.5 years' time.
Yeah. But now, as many are arguing, we might actually be slipping back to what is becoming a growth trap of 6 to 7%, which would define a new Hindu growth rate.
Not quite. I actually like, Shali, to use another term. We are getting into a 7x7 zone. 7% growth rate and a 7% inflation rate.
Okay, that 7x7 is something interesting that we'll discuss as we move ahead on the course.
Lovely.
Oh no.
You almost got it.
Just that one ball. He was right. I don't know why I hit it.
There you are. Come. There you go.
So now, as they say, we're having a walk in the woods almost.
Indeed it is.
The Delhi Golf Club is absolutely stunning, and it sort of gives you all kinds of landscaping. Peacocks, as you already saw on the course, and then, you know, you've got all kinds of wildlife around here. Many people who come here from across the world are stunned at the kind of layout this course has. And when they come across monuments like these, the ones right here in the middle of nowhere, they realize that these monuments are over 500 years old.
Some of them are.
They indeed are, and something that any golfer across the world would not even get that close to on most courses across the world. What a beautiful monument as we play at dusk hour here in Delhi at the Delhi Golf Club. Talking of the golf club, you've been associated with it for so long. Golf obviously happened to you as a part of bureaucracy, didn't it? Where did you pick it up?
In this very course. I was a bit earlier. When I used to be in Mumbai, I started playing at the US club course in Mumbai, in Colaba. Okay, that's where I started. But then I moved on to Delhi, and it's been now almost 2 decades here.
What was your first job as a bureaucrat?
Oh, as every IAS officer starts in the field, absolutely, in what we call in Maharashtra, which was my cadre of the IAS, we were called assistant collectors. Or in northern India, they are more popularly known as subdivisional magistrates or SDMs.
So what has been the most memorable instance of you being, you know, a subdivisional magistrate? What was the one thing that either surprised you, shocked you, impressed you at that time?
I was at a first political function where the local minister was addressing, and there wasn't a good enough road to link up that village with the main highway.
Right.
The minister, when the public complained to him about the road, he looked at me and he said, if this road isn't there within a month's time, I'll suspend you. And I said, I'm 6 days old, this is my 7th day in service, already the first suspension order has been, the threat of it has been given to me. With great difficulty, I kept quiet till we reached the circuit house where the minister was staying, and I was also in another room. There I asked him, sir, I have been trained in this state for about a year, but from what I understand of the administration, the road building is not under the SDM. No, he said, I didn't mean it at all, but I have to impress my people, and unless I say I can suspend the senior most officer and you happen to be the one, that's why, but he says, don't take me seriously at all.
It's out. Oh, it rolled up.
Yeah, it's come back.
Onto the fairway. That's almost like saying...
I manage my branches well.
That's what I was just going to say. You manage your branches well. You know which trees to hit.
Absolutely.
What outcome they'll bring.
Some of them are very friendly trees. After a while, the regional parties would also realize that they can get elected only if they deliver.